I thought I would start outside of the house today and just give a little sneak peek as to what the team has been working on. We are currently getting the building wrap on. We're getting that attached to the windows, so that's looking real good. We've used DuPont Flex Wrap for the sills, which really allows us to get a really nice tight seal. We are getting to the minutia of getting all of the rough-in work done inside in terms of how the wires and plumbing are all getting done. So let's jump inside and go take a look at that. I wanted to take a second and talk about the amount of work and effort that goes into figuring out how complex projects like this come together. Yesterday, we had the designer, the client, the metal fabricator, myself, and the project manager here to discuss the nuance of how we're gonna get these amazing new floating stairs put in. The amount of detail and the amount of work that needs to go in to make this look as magnificent as it is gonna look is overwhelming. And I think one of the things that I really want to bring to your attention is that anything that's worthwhile and anything that's awesome, it generally takes time. Something of this nature with this level of complexity, this is a very difficult thing to do quickly. You've gotta be thinking about, what are the next 10, 20 steps. We can't just be thinking about what's the next step. We have to think about how everything is gonna come together. Now, the other thing that I would also like to point out is how important it is as a client to make sure that you have a clear idea of what you wanna do and that you are comfortable working with your contractor or builder to get to where you want to go. The client on this job has been instrumental in going over all the details and making sure that we understand what's important to her and to her husband so that we can make sure when this project is done, her expectations are getting met. It's all about communication, super important. Okay, so I wanted to come into one of the bathrooms. There's people working everywhere here today. So for the moment, there's not somebody here. This here is gonna become a floor in to the bottom, floor to ceiling niche. I am so excited to see how this turns out. I can't even begin to tell you. I think this is such a neat detail. We've done a lot of niches where it goes wall to wall, and I mean, those are incredible and very cool too. But having this go floor to ceiling and then have glass shelves for putting your soap bottles and that sort of thing in here, I just think this is gonna look so cool. We can see that we are well underway with all of our low voltage work. You can see the clean installation performed by Pure Image. Absolutely fantastic. Wires nicely organized in the wall, in the ceiling. I really like these wire organizers. They help the electricians keep everything sorted and organized. The electricians have been hard at work bringing all their wire into the panel. Very nice, very clean. So over here, you can see we've removed some of the closet floor so that we can move this manifold to a new location. We are in the primary ensuite. I wanted to take a moment to discuss what's happening in this shower. The client and our designer have designed this platformed shower pan. So instead of having a traditional curb like you're used to seeing, what's gonna happen is this is gonna have tile, and then this is gonna roll, and this is gonna be just tile straight down to the middle of the shower. There'll be no curb or anything like that. It's just sloped down, and then there'll be clear glass around the shower. This is not what the original design was. We had thought that maybe we were gonna end up with a linear drain. In talking with our trade partner, we're reminded, hey, if you do that, then there's a couple other issues here or there. In this case, like if you have a linear drain here, you're gonna end up with a curb detail over here, which is gonna look really crappy. The moral of the story is make sure that you're working with people that know what the heck they're doing and what the heck they're talking about, and listen. Good trades want you to be happy, and they wanna make sure that you get the home that you are dreaming about. Frequently, they have lots of really great suggestions, so it doesn't hurt to listen. Anyways, I just think this is gonna be another really interesting element on this project, and I wanted to take a moment to highlight it. Let's jump downstairs and have a look and see how the team are making out down there. Here we are on the main floor of this magnificent home. We had to tear up the existing concrete floor with sleepers and everything else. It was an odd detail, and if you look back at previous videos, you'll see what I mean. This is gonna be all tile. And I am so concerned about making sure that whatever we end up doing stands the test of time, doesn't crack, doesn't have any issues. So we are going to reinstall new radiant. We're gonna pour new lightweight Agilia concrete on top of this and have a consistent substrate for the tile to get mounted to. There will of course be an anti-fracture membrane or a decoupling membrane between the tile and the concrete, but this will make sure that over the course of the lifetime of this home, concrete's gonna expand and contract at a slower rate than wood. So we wanna make sure that we have a consistent substrate for the tile to get mounted to. I thought that was really, really important. And this is something that I push for because I do not want to take any chances with something turning out to not be ideal at the end of this project. I think we showed the fireplace in a previous video. This thing is also massive. This is going to be very, very cool. We are in the basement and you can tell that a lot is going on here today because it is a hot mess down here. Obviously some cleanup is due. But when you've got, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 people running around, cutting, tearing things out, putting stuff in, messes happen. It'll get cleaned up tomorrow. We've got our trusted trade partner, Maxwell, on site today, finalizing the installation of the fireplace that's going on downstairs. We have also had the sprinkler trade in here recently. This orange pipe is for sprinkler pipe for your ceiling. So they've been in here recently getting their job done. There's so much stuff getting done every day here that it's really hard to believe. And again, in order to get our projects done in the timelines in which we do, we have to continually drive the project forward and do it in a meaningful way. That there's no point in having people here just to be here. We gotta make sure that we have people here all the time, getting things done and making sure that we're not doing stuff that's gonna have to just get redone tomorrow, right? The more organized and the better we can communicate with our trade partners, with our team, and with our clients, the better the experience is for everybody, and for sure, the better the finished result. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe and like button, and peace out.